2026 is around the corner. It's time to lock in. If you want 2026 to be the year that you change everything, this is the time where you need to start setting up your goals for the next year. This is the time where you need to start working on self-improvement, self-discipline in order to be able to change your life. If you want true success in your family, you want true success in your life, you have to be the person to do it, right? I realized early on myself that I'm like, I want success in my family. I want to change my family life. I want to be successful myself, and I want my family to be successful. But there's not anybody that's in my family that's willing to do the work it takes in order to actually achieve success, because it does take a lot. You know, you have to essentially brainwash yourself. And what I mean by that is because of the fact that we are already brainwashed to believe rights and wrongs, right? We're already brainwashed every single day when we go to school, what our family's telling us, what our parents are telling us, what our teachers, what our friends are telling us to think a certain type of way. So in order to achieve success, you have to re-brainwash yourself into thinking differently. You have to brainwash yourself in how successful people are thinking. And, you know, I really realized that I'm like, yo, it takes a lot. And, you know, in order for success to be in our family, I can't just wait for somebody to be that person to, you know, finally bring success. You know, I'm like, you know what? Instead, I'm going to be that person that brings the success, right? I'm going to be the person that is the rich uncle. I'm going to be the person that takes on all the burden of actually doing everything so my family can live a better life. But then, of course, you know, then it comes to, you know, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, feed him for a lifetime, right? After you get the success, then you have to teach your loved ones, teach your friends in order for them to achieve success. Because then if they are all self-reliant on just you, your income, what you're doing, then, you know, that's not a very smart decision. Because as one person, not only is it because it's going to be hard on you, because of the fact that, the second reason, of course, is because of the fact that if something happens to you, God forbid, you're the only thing that's keeping everything together, that's not sustainable. Then once you're gone, you know, of course, everything is gone, right? You can't set your family up for success. So, you know, say life insurance policy or everything of that sort, but that's minimal, because if you're alive, that's when you can actually accomplish the most amount of things, you know? So when we have, let's say you have 100 years to live, you have 70 more years, whatever the case may be, whatever that time may be, you want to use that time wisely. You want to be able to maximize everything within that time. And if you pass away now, you're not able to maximize everything, right? But guess what? If you start teaching your family how to do these things, everything's not self-reliant on you. If your family need money, you know, taking trips, everything's not relying on you. They have their own money to do that. You don't have to fund every vacation. You don't have to fund everything. All right, I'm yapping about a lot of different things right now, but my whole point is literally the fact that you have to be that person that overcomes all obstacles, the person who decides to be the person to change everything, change generations. You know, if you don't have success in your family right now, be excited, be the one to change everything, right? And then once you learn how to do it, once you go through the discipline, once you go through the success, once you're able to actually accomplish the next level and be a lot more successful, then you want to teach that onto other members in your family as well too. And that's how you essentially build generational wealth, and be able to crush generational curses and break generational curses. That would be the thing you need to do in order to change lives, right? So right now, I'm on a path of building wealth. I have gone to the point where I would say, yes, you know, I make a lot of money, make 6 figures a month, so I will consider that rich, but not wealthy. So in order to build generational wealth, there's certain things I'm setting up for my family, of course, life insurance, but that's really about the only thing I would say right now I have that's set up for generations. Not really generation, but at least the next generation, right? So one thing I want to do is build more wealth, right? On my New Year's resolution, my New Year's goals for next year is working on more assets in order to leave for my family so they can be able to build true wealth. And the goals I have is literally to change so many lives in my family and be able to have them live a life of luxury, change how we grew up living, you know, getting one Christmas present, or hey, you get something for Christmas, you don't get enough for your birthday, you know, pick one, whichever one you want, you know, just change so many different things, so many little things. It's just like when you look at that family, it's like That's the wealthy family over there, right? They drive in limousines, private schools, all those things, right? But sometimes, like I said, if you want these things, somebody else is not willing to do it on your family because this is more difficult, you have to become that person in order to do it. All right, I can yap about this all day, but just want to come in here and give y'all a little bit more sauce. Just kind of prep you out for the New Year's. All right, check out some of the other videos, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.